So many people are asking me, why do I sell my products on an online marketplace if I already have my own e-commerce website? So I am making this video to respond to that question. If you have an e-commerce business and you are selling product on your own e-commerce website, or if you want to start an e-commerce business but you are not sure whether you are going to start on an online marketplace or only with your e-commerce website, then this video is for you. In this video, I am going to talk about selling products on your e-commerce website versus selling product on an online marketplace. What is the best strategy for your e-commerce business? So in this video, we are going to go through some key factors that you need to consider before deciding whether you are going to start your e-commerce with your own website only, or if you are going to be selling on an online marketplace. And like I said, if you have already started and you are only selling on one channel on your e-commerce website, we are going to discuss the key factor that can help you to decide whether you can also use an online marketplace. We are going to talk about things like fees, goals, branding, competition, the exposure, how to make your first sales, and we are also going to talk about the fulfillment and the logistic. So if this is a topic that is of interest, if this is a topic that interests you, I encourage you to watch this video until the end, and I hope that you will gain value from this video. Hi everyone, my name is Sanji and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who doesn't know what is an online marketplace, let me define what is an online marketplace before I dive into the topic. An online marketplace is just an online platform where you have a lot of people that we call sellers, obviously, that came to showcase their product and sell it to the public online. So think of Amazon, which is the biggest marketplace in the world, the most visited marketplace in the world. So Amazon is an online marketplace for people who didn't know what is an online marketplace. There are so many marketplaces in the world because a lot of people are now looking for convenience. A lot of people are now looking for variety, and because there are so many people selling product because there are so many people selling product on online marketplaces, so that's why a lot of consumers, a lot of people, when they want to buy things, they first start looking in an online marketplace before they even look for that product elsewhere. So I hope you understand what an online marketplace is. In South Africa, if you are based in South Africa, I am based in South Africa, the most visited online marketplace is Takealot, and I sell product on Takealot. And as mentioned in the intro, so many people are asking me, why do I sell my product on Takealot, which is an online marketplace, if I already have my own website? And this is what we are going to discuss in this video. The first thing you need to consider when you want to sell your product on your website only, or if you also want to sell on an online marketplace, is your branding and the control. When you sell product on your own website, you can do your branding the way you want, the way you have dreamed of. Because all of us, when we start a business, we have already visualized how we want our business to look like. We have visualized how we want our business to be. So branding is one of the biggest factors that you need to consider when you want to decide whether you are going to stay on your own e-commerce website, or if you are also going to propose your product on an online marketplace. On your own website, you can do your branding the way you want. So you can do your logo, you can design your website the way you want, you can decide how you are going to post product on your website, you can decide how your images are going to be, you can decide on your image background, you can decide on the way you are going to describe your product. So you have full control of your own website, you have full control of your branding when you are selling your product on your e-commerce website. But when you want to sell product on an online marketplace, there are rules. You cannot do whatever you want to do there. The first thing is that you have to apply. You have to apply, and when you are doing your application, there are some personal and business information that they are going to ask you. And if you don't have all your information in place, you may not be approved, you may not be able to sell on their platform. Because remember, an online e-commerce marketplace is not yours, it's not your business, it's someone else's business, and they set the rule. So you cannot do your logo and your branding there the way you want. So this is one factor. The second one, once you have been approved, so you have applied and now you have been approved, there are certain rules that you have to follow when you are posting product on their website. The way you are going to post your images, the image background, the product description, how you are going to communicate about what is inside the product, they decide that. So you do not have control when you are selling on an online marketplace. So if branding and control is something that is very important to you, I will suggest that you stay on your own website. But if you can make a trade-off, because an online marketplace have a lot of advantages that we are going to talk about, then I will highly encourage you to apply and start selling your product on an online marketplace. So you don't have control on an online marketplace the way you have on your own website. So this is the first thing you have to consider before you decide whether you are going to sell product on your own website, or if you are also going to sell your product on an online marketplace. The second thing you have to consider when you are doing your e-commerce business is the communication. When you are on your own website, you communicate with your customers the way you want. You can send personalized message to your customer. You can even suggest other product. You can suggest alternative product if they order a product and you don't have a stock. For example, my shapewears and bra have usually two colors, black and nude. When a customer order a nude color and I don't have, I can email the customer, I can call the customer to tell them that you have ordered a nude color, I don't have that color, can I send you a black? And then the customer will decide whether they want it or not. You can send thank you message, personalized thank you message to your customer. You can also send customized packaging, like the way you pack customer orders before you send to them. You can personalize it, and before you deliver your order, when you sell product on your own website. But when you are selling product on an online marketplace, you cannot communicate with the customer, because that customer is not directly your customer. It is their customer, so they are the one who do the communication with the customer. So if a customer orders something that you don't have, then you don't just deliver, you don't just have stock, you don't have that privilege of, or that advantage to suggest alternative to customer. You cannot send a personalized message to a customer. You cannot send a thank you message to a customer. You cannot even brand the packaging that you use for the delivery, because when you are going to send, even if you brand that packaging and you send it to the customer, when it gets there, when they deliver it to the customer, they will remove that packaging. So when you sell product on your website, on your own e-commerce website, you have that advantage of communicating directly with your customer. You can even keep your customers' information. Whereas when you are on an online marketplace, you cannot communicate with your customer. So this is another thing or another factor that you have to consider before deciding whether you are going to sell on an online marketplace or not. The third thing you need to consider when you are doing your e-commerce business on your own website is the cost and the profit. When you sell product on your own e-commerce website, usually you don't have a lot of costs, depending on the platform that you use. I know if you are using Shopify, for example, you have a monthly cost that you pay in addition to your hosting cost and your delivery cost and maybe your marketing cost if you are not growing organically. But when you sell product on a marketplace, you have a lot of cost that you are going to incur, that your business is going to incur. The first thing, when you sell on a marketplace, most of them, all marketplaces, they will charge you a monthly fee. Like I said, I'm based in South Africa. I sell product on Takealot. Takealot is going to charge you 400 rands monthly fee. So whether you sell product or you don't sell any product, you are going to pay the 400 every month. Whereas on your website, if you are using Shopify, yes, you also have a monthly fee that you pay. But if you are using WordPress, I am using WordPress, I don't have any monthly fee with WordPress because I develop my website with WordPress and I use a free theme to develop my website. So I don't have any monthly fee on my website. The second cost that you are going to pay is the success fee or the referral fee. Every e-commerce, each online marketplace have their own way of calling that. So on Takealot, they call it success fee. On Amazon, they call it the referral fee. So what is this fee? Referral and success fee are the same fee. This is the fee that they charge you whenever they sell a product. So let's say for me, I am selling bras, I am selling shapewear. Whenever I sell a bra or a shapewear, Takealot is going to charge me a success fee, what they call a success fee. And Amazon also is going to charge me what they call a referral fee. So it's like, think of it like a commission fee. So it is a percentage of the product that you have sold. So that fee varies a lot. For electronics, it depends on the product category you are in. So if you are selling electronic products, you have a different fee. If you are selling fashion, you have a different percentage. If you are selling like baby or maternity product, you have a different fee. And usually that fee is very high for products that are usually expensive, or for products that are not too competitive, and they are very low for products that are competitive. So for example, usually whether you are on, from my experience, on Amazon and on Takealot, electronic products have a low success fee. It's about 8% of the total price of the item that you are selling, whereas fashion is up to 17% of the product, of the total price of the product. So every time you sell a product on an online marketplace, they are going to charge you a success or a referral fee, and that fee is like a commission. It's a percentage of the total price of that specific item. So let's say you sell $500 or 500 rand, it will be 8% of that $500 or 8% of that 500 rand. So whereas on your website, when you sell a product, the whole money is for you. So no one is going to deduct your money when you are selling the product on your own website. So this is the difference. So they charge you that commission fee. Another fee that an online marketplace will charge you is the fulfillment fee. The fulfillment fee is the money they charge you for packaging your product, for picking your product, packaging your product, and shipping your product to the customer. They charge you that fee, the fulfillment fee. And the fulfillment fee depends on the size and the weight of the product that you sell. So a fulfillment fee for a cloth, for a small cloth, will be very low than a fulfillment fee for a laptop, for example, because the laptop is a heavier, and sometimes the laptop can have a bigger size. So the smaller size, the smaller weight, the better. The fulfillment fee will be cheaper or will be lower. But if you sell bigger product like laptops, like furniture, like household item, maybe your mixers, the fulfillment fee will be high. So the marketplace is going to charge you that fee. Another fee that the marketplace will charge you is the storage fee, but this is at your own discretion. You can decide to store your product yourself and only send it to the marketplace when you have an order. But if you are busy, you are a full-time employee, you don't have time to process order and send it every time to the online marketplace when you have order, you can decide to take all your stock and give it to the marketplace to keep it for you. They are going to charge you a storage fee in that case. So a storage fee is actually a fee that you can control. You can decide to keep your own to keep your stock in your own storage and only send it when you have an order, or you can send it to the marketplace warehouse and they are going to deliver it, to pack it and deliver to the customer whenever you have an order. So you have that storage fee, but like I said, it's not a compulsory fee. Like for me, I don't keep my stock in the marketplace. So usually I will only send my stock in at the marketplace warehouse if I am away. If I'm not able to supply the customer, I will send my best selling stock to the marketplace warehouse because I'm trying to also control my cost. Another fee that the marketplace is going to charge you is the advertising fee. On an online marketplace, usually there are a lot of sellers on the same product. So a lot of online marketplaces are now have now developed this advertising program, and people are going to pay it. It works like Facebook, and it works like Facebook ads and Instagram ads and Google ads. It works more or less the same. So that advertising, it's for you to rank on the first page or on the first line when customers are going on their website to look the product, and you pay that advertisement per cost. So it's a pay per cost. So it is exactly like Facebook ad, Instagram ad, or Google ads. That fee also is not compulsory. You can decide whether you want to advertise your product or not. And that decision depends on how competitive the product that you sell is. If you sell a product that is very competitive, like electronics product or weight loss product, sometimes you need to advertise so that people can see your product. Or maybe if you are just starting out and you want to make your first sales quickly, sometimes you need to advertise so that people can test your product, and if maybe you are sure that your product is good, they can start putting a review so that you can accelerate your sale. But on your own website, you can also have advertising costs if you don't want to grow organically. If you want to acquire customer on your own e-commerce website, you can always have that cost. But when you are selling on your own website, you don't have the monthly fee, as I mentioned, because your monthly fee can be cheaper than the monthly fee that they are charging you on an online marketplace, depending on how you have done your website, depending on the hosting that you are using, and depending on the type of website that you are using. So you don't have the monthly fee when you are on your own website, the compulsory monthly fee. You don't have the success or the referral fee. Whatever you sell on your website is your money. You don't have the fulfillment cost because you do your own fulfillment. Whenever you have an order, you package it yourself and you send it to your customer. You don't have the storage fee because you keep your own stock in your home or in your garage. And if you want to send your stock to the online marketplace, you will have to pay the storage fee. So this is the difference when it comes to cost and profit. And obviously, the more cost you have to operate your e-commerce business, the less profit you will have. So from my experience, I actually make more money, or I have a higher profit margin when I am selling on my own website as compared to when I am selling on an online marketplace, because obviously I have to pay all this fee, and this fee are usually reducing my profit margin. The fourth thing you need to consider before deciding whether you are going to sell product on your own e-commerce website or on an online marketplace is the traffic and the exposure. When you are still starting your online business, I think I've mentioned that in one of my videos, when you are still starting your online business, it can take time for you to get customers. Remember, when you start, you build your website, you post product online, no one knows that you exist. No one is aware of you. And sometimes you even advertise your website, but depending on the product that you sell. If it is a product that is in high demand and there is a high competition, when people search online, even after you pay for advertisement, you will not rank at the top page of Google. Sometimes you pay advertisement on Facebook and Instagram, it doesn't bring you any value. That's why sometimes I don't even advise people to advertise too much on social media, because advertising, when you get follower, it doesn't mean that you are going to get business. People need to trust you. You have to be credible before people buy products from you. So it can take a very long time, and it can take a lot of effort for you to start making your first sales. You can start making your first sale after few months. You can even start making it after years. It depends on the product that you are selling. And this is the good part with the online marketplace. When people go onto an online marketplace, it's because they are looking for something. Whereas when people go on Google or on social media, usually they want information. They are not looking for product immediately. Usually they want information, and then when looking for information, that is when they might find your website, but they are not going to buy immediately. But when people are on an online marketplace, it's because they want to buy immediately. And online marketplaces have millions of customers. They have millions of customers. So they have a lot of people that are ready to buy your product. So the good thing about online marketplace is that it's going to give you exposure immediately when you start. It's going to drive traffic on your product page immediately when you start. That is the very good thing about the online marketplace. And that is also one of the reasons why I started selling my product on an online marketplace, because there the exposure and the traffic was very high as compared to my e-commerce business. The fifth thing that you need to consider is competition. Yes, an online marketplace is going to give you exposure. An online marketplace is going to drive traffic to your product, but you will also have a lot of competition, because remember, a marketplace is where you have a lot of sellers, and you may have a lot of people selling the same product that you sell. So you will have a lot of competition when you are on an online marketplace as compared to your own website, because when someone is on your own website, he only see your products, all products that you sell. But when people are shopping on an online marketplace, they see the same product sold by a lot of people. So one thing you have to do is to make your product description very good. You need to put as much information as you can when you are describing your product on an online marketplace, so that the customer can have information, more information on your product as compared to your competitor. So the competition is fierce on an online marketplace. You have to put very good images, and you have to put a lot of information, a good product description. You have to show people how your product is helping them solve their problem. And it is because of competition that people pay for the advertisement, for advertising on the online marketplace, because they want to rank high. They want customers to see their product first before they see other people product. And another way to avoid competition is also to have competitive price. I'm not asking you to sell at a loss, but I'm asking you to have a competitive price, a reasonable price, and people are going to buy from you. So yes, an online marketplace can give you exposure. It can drive traffic onto your website, but there is also a lot of competition, and you have to learn how to manage competition on an online marketplace. But on your own website, you don't have competition, but you also don't have exposure immediately. You also don't have traffic, and it can take time for you to start making substantial amount of money on your own website. Another thing you have to consider before deciding whether you are going to sell your product on an online marketplace or on your own website is the customer data. Remember, when you are doing a business, customer data is very, very important, because you use customer data to know, it gives you some idea on how you are going to grow your business. When you are selling, when I talk about customer data, I talk about customer email, how many times customer was visiting your website, what type of product the customer usually buy. This information can help you upsell a product. So if a customer, let's say you are selling fashion, and usually a customer buy t-shirts, if you know that that customer buy a lot of, that specific customer buy a lot of t-shirt, you can start showing them a pant or a skirt to help to upsell your product, so that they can match the t-shirt with, or you can show them jewelry. It can help you to cross sell, so you can sell jewelry or fashion accessory to that very same customer. So customer data is very important for you to grow your business. You need customer data for you to, like I say, upsell, for you to cross-sell your business, and also just for you to customize your service. If you have a customer that buy a lot from you, you can decide to offer them a gift. You can decide to offer them a discount. So customer data is very important. And when you sell product on your own website, you have all your customer information, you have all your customer data, and then this information can guide you on how to maximize on your customer, on how to grow your e-commerce business. But when you sell product on an online marketplace, you have no information about the customer, about the people who buy your product, because remember, these customers are not yours. These customers are the online marketplace customer, so they are the one who keep the customer information. So you know nothing about the customer apart from the reviews, because when the customer are happy, they will come and review on your product. So the only information that you can get really from the online marketplace is whether your product is a good quality, what people like about your product, and if you want to improve the product. From the customer review that you get from the online marketplace, you can find out how to improve your customer based on the review, based on what people are saying about your product. So customer data is also a very important factor, because it helps you to grow your business. But unfortunately, if you are selling your product on an online marketplace, you don't have that information. You can only have information on how to improve your product, which is not an information that you have to neglect, because obviously you are in a business to make your business better every now and then. But on your own website, you have that advantage of having all your customer data, of growing your customer data. And with the customer data, that is also how you do your email marketing. So the customer data can also help you a lot to do your marketing on your own website. But again, it depends on you. What is more important for you? Then you will decide whether you sell on your e-commerce website or on the online marketplace. And the last thing that you have to consider when you want to decide whether you are going to sell your product on your own e-commerce website or on an online marketplace is the trust and credibility. You see, today, with the rising of digital commerce, the rising of online, if we are doing a lot of things online, there are a lot of scammers online as well. So people are consumers are very vigilant when they are interacting online. And because the online marketplace, since they have reputations, they have already built their credibility, they have built trust with the consumer. People prefer to buy on an online marketplace than to go and buy on somebody's website. So they prefer that because they know that if they buy a product on an online marketplace, the product will be delivered, and they also trust the payment gateway on that product. So they know that their money is not going to be lost. People are not going to steal from their credit card or from the card that they are using to buy product online. So trust and credibility is one of the biggest factors that can oblige you to sell product on an online marketplace, because consumer trust online marketplace more than people's website. And for you to gain trust, for you to gain credibility on your e-commerce website, it can take time. People are a bit scarce, people are cautious, and it is only when you sell a product that is not in high demand, a product that is scarce, that people will take chances from you, because sometimes they don't have choice. Sometimes they need that product urgently, they don't have choice, and that's when they will take a chance from you and buy on your own e-commerce website. So you have to build credibility on your own e-commerce website. You have to show people that your website is secure, and you also have to do a lot of review if possible. It's true that in the beginning it's gonna be difficult to have review because you don't have customers in the beginning, but the moment you start having customer, please get your customer to write a review. It can be on Google. I have a lot of review on Google as compared to my website. You send a Google link to your customer so that they can put review, they can testify that they can actually receive your product, they are happy with your product. So the customer review is what is going to help you build trust and credibility in the beginning. Like I said, it can take time, but you can do it. Whereas on an online marketplace, the trust and credibility is already there because they are established. People know them already, people visit them, people are used to buy from them already. So it is much easier to have trust and credibility on an online marketplace than to have trust and credibility on your own website. These are the factors that you have to, some of the factors that you have to consider before deciding where to sell your product online. Like I mentioned, you have to consider your branding and the control. Do you want more control, or do you want to stick to what you wanted to do when you thought of starting your business? In terms of fees, you have to know, you have to find out what are the fees that the online marketplace is going to charge you, and compare it to the fee that you have, or to your operating costs, the operating cost that you have when you are selling only on your own e-commerce website, because these costs are going to have a huge impact on your profit. So this is something that you have to look at. In terms of communication, like I mentioned, you will not have direct communication with your customer when you are selling on the online marketplace the way you have when you are selling on your own website. In terms of trust and credibility, it can be a bit difficult for you to gain trust and credibility when you are still starting on your own website, whereas online marketplaces already have the trust, they already have the credibility, and usually people will prefer to go and buy on their own website. In terms of traffic and exposure, like I mentioned, the online marketplace guarantee you to be exposed. When you start from day one to sell on an online marketplace, you already have access to customers. Whereas on your own website, it can take sometimes, it can take few months, it can take more weeks for you to have customer, or for you to have people buying product on your website. And in terms of customer data, these are information that are very important for you to grow your business, for you to upsell your business, for you to do your marketing. So customer data is also a very important factor that you have to consider. When you are selling on an online marketplace, you don't have access to your customer data. So which one or what strategy is best for you? It really depends on what you want to do. It depends on your business goals. It depends on what you want to achieve. For me, I started with my own e-commerce website, and I was hesitating to sell on an online marketplace because I was thinking mostly of the fees that I have to pay without thinking of the exposure that the online marketplace is going to give me. So I hesitated for a few months, but when I started selling on an online marketplace, my monthly sale grew. My monthly sale went up. It went up exponentially. And when I started my online e-commerce business, my e-commerce business, shapewear, because I sell shapewear they were not yet, the type of shapewear that I sell were not yet popular in South Africa. And even now, we can still count the number of people that are selling the type of shapewear that I sell in South Africa. So that was also one of the biggest advantage for me. I didn't have a lot of competition on the online marketplace, so I didn't have to pay advertisement fee. I keep my own stock. I kept my own stock at my warehouse, and whenever I had an order, I was sending it to the customer. So for me currently, I am using both my own e-commerce website and the online marketplace, and both of them are working for me. Both of them are helping me to grow my online e-commerce business. Today, I am making a 6-figure on my online e-commerce business only. So I will really encourage you to start. Using both platforms is the best strategy. You cannot, today in 2025, you cannot only use one platform or one channel to distribute your product. You have to use a lot of platforms because you don't know where the customer is going to find you. So I really encourage you to, if you have been thinking of starting, I really encourage you to start your e-commerce journey. It is a rewarding journey. And if you have started already and you are struggling to make sales, maybe you are only on your e-commerce website, I encourage you to start selling on an online marketplace because it is going to help you drive yourself. And if you need any advice, if you need any guidance, if there's something, there's a topic on this video that you want me to go into more details, feel free to put it in the comment below. I'm going to make another video to respond to that specific thing. Or if you need guidance, you can contact me. If you go onto my profile, you will see my email address. You can contact me via email. You can write in the comment below, and I'm going to see how I can assist you. So thank you again for watching this video. I hope you have found the information that you needed. I hope this video have added value to you. See you in my next video.